This is Josh Sacknev with SUX Sports here at historic Hayward Field on the campus of the University of Oregon in Eugene. With me, a familiar face to many of you Siouxlanders. She broke just a few records in shot put and discus for Kingsley-Pierson. With me is Kiana Phelps. Kiana, how are you?
I am awesome. How are you?
I'm good. It's been a while since Drake that we saw you last. First of all, what is it like to be here in Eugene and with a program that has so much tradition and history?
I just feel so lucky to be part of a program that has so much rich tradition and history, and it's just like, if you're like familiar with the track world, like this is it. Like this is the track mecca of the entire country. So it's just, I just feel so lucky to be a part of this and to see what it's all about, and to be a part of, just seeing all my teammates just so fired up and just have so much energy about just everything, just practicing and everything that we do from day to day and getting ready for the NCAAs.
Obviously, school just started in late September because of the quarter system here, but how is it balancing school with being a Division I athlete?
Being a student athlete is actually, it's a lot harder than it sounds. You have classes, and then you have practice, and then you have lifting, and then you have yoga. We do yogas every Wednesday.
I saw that, yep.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a lot. Like sometimes I just feel like it's just like, class, then practice, then lifting, then class, then practice, then class, then lifting.
Right.
But I mean, you're kind of limited to your social life, but we always try to go and support the other athletes on different sports teams when we do have free time. So like as a team, we'll go and we'll support the football team, or as a team, we'll go support the basketball team or the volleyball team. So in a way, like I feel like because we have so much limited free time, that's really valued to us, and we use it to the best that we can. So,
what do you look for in year one for you at the U of O, and what are some things that you've been working on?
So we're changing a few things in my form, and actually we'll talk about indoor season before we talk about outdoor season, because indoor season is, coming up quicker and everything. So we're actually changing me to the spin shot, which is quite the process. So actually it's looking good pretty far, but I still have a lot of ways to go, because when you start from scratch with something, it's going to take a while to build that back up. For example, like when everybody saw me throw shot at the state track meet last year, that's with 12 years of experience under my belt. So with me redshirting this season, it's going to be a step back at first. And, hopefully in a couple years, like making that change will make me all the more better. So the way that I'm viewing this year is, I'm going to compete right away in discus for outdoors.
Sure.
So we're making a few changes in discus too, fundamentally. Basically the same kinds of changes that we're making in shot too. And it's nice that we're working on shot and disc, because I can compare the two spins together. Like I compare them to each other because they're both spins now. But like I said, we're kind of taking a step back, working on the basics and breaking things down to be the absolute best that we can build off of that. And then hopefully in a couple years, I'll be better than I've ever been. So I'm really excited to see how things turn out. So.
Right, and the last time, as I was saying in the beginning, last time we spoke was at Drake, and you lost the shot put at the Drake relays on the day one, and then you bounced back that next morning and just killed it in discus and set a record. And I remember the words, "Mark my words, this will be the start of something great." Have you carried that with you, and do you ever think back to that moment that you can kind of battle back from anything in this sport?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just, you gotta be mentally tough. Something like that happens, it's just are you gonna let that affect your next day? State only comes around once a year, and you train all year for that. Are you gonna let one thing that goes wrong ruin both things? So, at the time, it was really, really hard to take a loss like that and then just turn around the next morning and turn it on. It was hard, because I was so heartbroken about losing the shot. And overall I think it was a really good learning lesson, because I think back to that all the time, and it kind of gave me something, it's like it ignited something in me. I just feel like these next couple of years, that experience is going to propel me to do my very best. So
Well, thank you, Kiana, and everybody back home is, of course, pulling for you. So good luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.